pop out of chat here. Right on. Looking good. We'll open up one of these. Ooh. Throw in our test. Looks great. Click. And let's get our AC veins up. Here we are. Okay. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And I think we are ready to go. Beautiful. Good stuff. Good morning, everyone. All right, so we need to go back up to the north. So we have a limited amount of time before they do their system maintenance stuff. So we are going to try and get as much as we can done for that, and then during that time, we'll switch over to D&D. We have prep tonight because we have our campaign tonight as well. This should be session 9. We'll see what they can actually get through tonight. Let's go this way. These guys are actually a little bit more... it'll work. It'll work. We can do it. Start up a queue as well. All right, flight manager.
The Naru have not forgotten us.
So it's like all these outposts. That's actually really cool.
Can I assist you?
We'll come down this way. Patch of Duskwing's fur. I'm guessing that's this one here coming up. That will do. Dean, what's going on? Good morning. I know it's a little bit early, but we are in early morning Rise and Shine kind of group. Plague Bat. It feels so good that we actually got our thing going. Our Shadow Word Death now having the Glyph of Spirit tap, it has changed everything. I'm not losing any mana. Like hardly anything now. I finally actually have like good sustain. This isn't dangerous at all. This is totally fine. Oh, is it actually a dungeon thing? Oh, it is. Okay, well, we'll go underneath and at least we can go in and complete it, right? Or did we already do that and now we just need to go turn it in? I think he's inside the dungeon. What's up, mate? What's going on? Good morning. You been up and leveling? Oh, I do see you are in-app. All right, all right. I'm just gonna walk in here and see how this turns out. Yeah, we're trying to rush in to get to 50. Okay, I guess this is not. I don't need to talk to him. Yeah, we're trying to get to 55. Last night we thought we were going to. It took us 4 hours to end up getting 5 levels, which was nuts. It was not. It did not go as planned. And then there's another streamer that he was like really close to affiliate. I told him I'd come into his Twitch, and we'd try to hit those numbers, which he did, which is awesome. He is now affiliate. He's able to run a couple of ads, you know, and just get some things, you know, a little more value for him on that. Let's see here. Yeah, it's great. I don't know all that he wants to do with it yet. I don't know why I didn't switch to my mount. But we'll, you know, supporting each other on it. It's cool. And click. Seriously though, Glyph of Spirit Tap makes all the difference for this guy. It's all I needed was a little bit of mana. Oh, I guess these are the guys I need to kill, so we're perfect. That's handy. Yeah, so there's these glyphs that you can buy or have people craft that are gonna like augment some of your abilities. And this one specifically is for my Shadow Word Death, and if I kill them, then what happens is I get a little buff that refills my mana by 1% per second for up to 12 seconds, which now just gives me 12% of my mana back just by last capping with Shadow Word Death. So I can go through fights and actually sustain instead of sitting drinking every so often. Because I was having to drink a lot. This guy's just laying there. There he goes. Click. See, that's the thing right there. Awesome. It's looking great too. Like I'm very excited for it. Good morning, Gort. How you doing? A better sleep schedule. I feel that. I feel that. I was up and about at 5:30 as per usual. And just getting things set up for the day. Not a whole lot to do. I mean, actually a whole lot to do considering we're trying to get to 55, but besides WoW stuff, it's more like I got D&D prep to do for about an hour. So when they go into maintenance here at 9 o'clock PST, so what is that? 11. So it's 11 my time. So when the clock hits 12 here, then that's what I'll end up doing. I'll end up going over and do some D&D prep. Also just worked on some of the stream stuff for like automating like it taking any of my streams, sending it over, cutting it, and then throwing in some captions, and then I'll look through the clips and find the ones that I want and then put up, and then I can do like a post schedule. so I can be a little bit more consistent on posting, because my life is very hectic, and there's moments where it's literally like, oh, you gotta go right now. You gotta do these things. This is gonna happen. Plans that you had, gone. So this helps to kind of normalize that for you guys. I like that these guys are just sleeping. I'm good with it. Did I already finish my number on them? I did. Nice. Easy. Ooh. A wizard's hat. You're a wizard, Harry. Okay. Okay. Not great about the colors, but alright. Get some gold out of this. There we go. And see what... Doing good, but still... Babysitter couldn't sleep. Oh, sister. I read that as sitter. I don't know why. How old's your baby sister? Are we talking like a newborn? Because if so, you ain't getting sleep, mate. That's 2-3 times a night. And we're gonna come into these guys here. So I have this guy to turn in. Which one is it? A city under siege? Yes, actually. Let's figure this out. Oh, dungeon time. That's good. Oh, good cue too. Alright. Get everybody going here. We got Vampiric Embrace. Quests are here.
What brings you here? Hello.
The Coldbringer, Partners in Crime, and Cure the Scourge. Yeah. Okay. Oh, 2 Shadow Priests. This might get a little tricky on mana because he's going to end up doing what I'm doing. But I am very excited for this Death Knight. Like, I've been ready. Shadow Priest is fun. I'm not bored of Shadow Priest. I just know that I want to play tank and I want to do these things. And like having to sit and be like, oh, come on, you gotta grind through it, you gotta do it. Like, okay. Withered Warrior. Hell yeah. Getting those withered tusks like it's no problem. We got 16 of these. We need 4 more. Oop, missed that one. Starting to feel like a whole class here. Alright, we got our tusks. Awesome. We're going to number 2, huh? Okay. Oh no, I missed it, dang it. I get so antsy, like I want to hit powered word death because I watched it start to tick, and big chunks of ticks. And I'm afraid that I'm gonna miss it, so I hit it too early. There we go. And it's coming in for the... Got it. Nice. What's going on, Chase? How you doing this morning? Good morning, people. Hope you guys are good. So what do we have for... We have Warriors, Paladins... I don't see, like, any... Well, I guess probably why I'm not seeing Death Knights, now that I think about it, is because I'm level 43, and they start out as level 55. So that explains it. Like, that just connected for me. I'm like, why is nobody playing Death Knight? Well... Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for the follow. Love that. Very much appreciated. Thank you so much. And that's Fair1. What's going on, mate? You having a good morning? Make sure that I'm actually seeing chat here for you guys. Yep. Looks like everything should be good. Beautiful. I like a good early morning rise to a Shadow Priest. That's a good way to start the day. Okay. Start wanding this thing. Let's see if we can last hit it. You think I can last hit this boss on it? Nope. It's close. It was really close. It's gauging that damage to it. I wish it would, like, give me, for power word kill, it'd give me, like, an indicator that now I could pop it. And that would be enough to kill it. I know that would be kind of hard to gauge. But, yeah. Oh, wait. No. Alright, we'll try on this one. Need some mana back. There we go. Start recouping. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. You need some rest. How long you been up, mate? This guy? Are we just not complete? Okay, okay, fine. Fine. He's gonna go this way. Since 5 p.m.? Dude. Dude, that's 12 hours, man. Are you working today? Third shift, yeah. Yeah, definitely make sure you get some sleep. Don't get too caught up. I know, it's fun. Oh, yeah, yeah. Wait, just Sundays? You work a third shift and get just Sundays off? What the hell? Dude. Is there like some weird...
Light be with
There we
you.
go.
Well met. Greetings for the Alliance. Go with honor.
Well, yeah, but like, why just Sundays off? Like, you should be having at least 2 to 3 days off with your schedule. Like, if you're working 12-hour shifts, man. Is it this way? I think it's this way. Oh, so you have to... Oh. I did not know that. Whoops. Wish I would have. It's here. Yeah, I guess. For lost time. Jeez. So is it just like... So are you just like on a rotating shift and you're still getting about 2 days off? Or are you working literally 6 days a week doing third shift? Because that's crazy if you're doing 6 days a week on that. Dude. They are paying you overtime, right? Shadow 1% upgrade, sure.
Anymore. Inventory is full.
How's it full already? Damn. Okay. We'll drop some... I mean, hell, we'll drop some of these. Yeah, they better, of course. Like, if they don't, that's serious. That's like a lawsuit. I'll be taking them to court for that shit. Ooh, they are all talky this morning. What's going on? No file extension won't open for me. Ah, they're reloading the file. Okay. That's fine. Yeah. Like, I'm a weekly rate, and they know that they get me for the week for job stuff. But if they have me to do more, then I'm like they know that I bill, that I will invoice them extra for it. And it's not to be a jerk. Like, I like my team, and I'll help them out as much as I can, you know. But if there's some things that it's like outside of the normal purview of the job, then that's just kind of how it goes. When I'm on the road, I'm down. Like, whatever you need, I got it. But, yeah. How's all like the manga art coming along? You been working on that a lot? Oh, okay. Like, you're still drawing and stuff, though, right? Or are you looking to go to school for it?
I need to target something first. I can't cast that yet.
Gotta start it up, mate. Here's what I suggest. Here's how you do it. An hour a day. 1 hour. Just commit to 1 hour. It's like going to the gym. You know, and if you don't go to the gym, no worries, you know, but it's that same idea as separate one time, like separate 1 hour of the day each day for you to do the things that you love. For me, it's drumming, it's music. And that's what got me inspired to tour. And that's why I'm doing this now, right? Video games, obviously, I'm doing more because I'm streaming with this. I'm trying to build this up as like a side thing. So I'm investing more time into it. But it's just one of those that if you're having problems with like figuring out time because work gets crazy and all this stuff, the problem that I see, honestly, and this is not to you. This is to anybody out there. The problem I see, most people end up going into a job because they got to make bills, right? They got life. Totally get that. Been there, done that. Worked a job that they didn't take care of me. I was absolutely killing myself for it, and I was barely making any money from it, and I wasn't making any progress. Like, bills were getting paid, but there was no progress into life of me continuing on in the future, right? There was no growth. So I see a lot of people get in that loop, and it's really hard to get out. For those of you that want to get out of that, you gotta make the decision. Like, it has to be, it can't be a someday thing. It's gotta be a, I want this, I'm going for it. And then you dedicate X amount of time. I can show you like sheets that I have built, and you can use ChatGPT even to do this, where you separate out, here's how much time I have, this is what I want to become, here's when I want to become it, and this is how much I want to make. What's my schedule going to look like? And it'll build you a schedule that you can go, okay, it's going to be pretty close. You'll do some adjustments. And then you can be like, cool. Well, an hour a day, that gives you lots of practice and gets you into your headspace of doing what you love, which is really, really good for your mental health. And it stops you from staying in that loop where you're just like, whatever, just another day, another job, right? That's the thing. Ooh. Oh, well, okay, dragon. Let's see. But yeah, man, like, I totally get it. Work gets crazy. Don't let it consume you. Don't let it consume you. And these look so cool. I want both. Just, take that, at least that hour. Yeah. Yeah, man. I am a Slytherin for a reason. I'm ambitious. There's a reason why I packed up my car. So I was a drum professor for my college. Youngest professor at my college. Where are they? Oh, no. Oh, they're teleporting out and back in. Yeah, so I graduated from college. I worked as a tech professor and drum professor for them. Sorry, tech director and drum professor. And then from there, I said, you know what? Like, I did this because I wanted the money and I wanted to tour, and that was my whole thing. And this is not it. And I literally quit my job. I packed my car, and 2 weeks later I was in Nashville, and I haven't looked back since. That's what I wanted to do. And so, and then I moved here, and I lived in an apartment with like 3 other guys that one of them was another tour guy. So he was gone all the time. So we shared a room, and when I was gone, he was home, and when he was gone, I was home. Worked out really well. Level 45, 10 levels to go, guys. But that was the basics of it. Was I said, fuck it, fuck this 9 to 5. Stop doing this bullshit that you don't enjoy, and take the risk, even if you're not going to make much money from it, and start doing what you love. And then you'll get the gigs, they'll build up, and you'll gain the experience. People get to know you, and all of a sudden you start making money. Not because of how good at the job you are, but because of who you know. like just networking with people. Because those people will teach you how to do the stuff. And they'll show you how to do the stuff in the industry. School teaches you sort of how to do it, but they don't teach you how to do. They give you the knowledge, they don't give you the wisdom to accomplish it, right? And so, yeah, now here I am. I actually didn't think I was going to be doing video work originally. I was an audio guy, but COVID happened. I had to adjust, and a buddy of mine was like, hey, do you know video? And I said, no. And he says, do you know Legos? I said, yeah. He said, you're hired. I got hired for knowing Legos. And that was what it was for doing video stuff. And I actually fell in love with it. I really, 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 really love it. And I'm actually surprisingly good at it, which I don't say like I'm good at something and it just happened to be that way. I say that because people continue to hire me to do it. That's why I say I'm good at it. But now, now that allowed me to tour and do what I love. I make 6 figures from it, which sounds like a lot. Trust me, it's not. And I'm saying that coming from making $7 an hour before. The difference is you have a lot more expenses, and you also have to pay a shit ton of tax. I get some more comforts, of course. I'm not blind to that, but not like, I drive a $5,000 Kia Soul. I'm not driving around in some, I would love one of the Jeep trucks. Like, I think they're awesome, and I love Jeep. But I ain't gonna go and put myself into debt for a vehicle. Is it like up above? Where do I turn this thing in? Okay, that one I need to abandon because that was... Packmaster Stone Bruiser. I would if he was here. Are they like up above or something? That's right. That's it. Seriously. And the thing is also find like where you want to be. Like, first of all, where do you want to live in the world? What kind of scenery in life do you want? Do you want to live by the ocean? Do you want to live up in the mountains? Do you want to live in a foreign country? Just think of those things and then think of the job that you want to do because you got to live and say, what makes me happiest? Am I happiest doing the work that I'm doing, or am I happiest being in the location that I want to be in? And like, once you've figured that out, you can adjust because it's a scale. Happiness in life or your happiness through work. And it's not to say that that's bad, because people like me, I love to work. I'm a workhorse, nonstop. Like, I'm sitting here for February. I have 1 gig this month right now. And I'm going, God, I just need to fill time. And I want money. So, and so it's one of those things that, like, for me, fulfillment comes in from work because of what I do that I love. But I also get fulfillment from being out in nature and, like, being up in the mountains. So where I'm at here in Nashville, I have some areas to hike. I don't really have the beach anymore, so I have to schedule going to the beach. And my friend, she loves it, so we found really cheap flights to go to the beach in Florida. It costs us $200 for the 2 of us to fly to Florida, and then you spend $200 for a hotel for a couple nights. So total, it's $400, and we eat super cheap. Like, we literally go to the store and buy sandwiches. We're in a shitty motel. We're not in anything crazy, but we just, we don't bring a suitcase. We bring a backpack and stuff our shit in it. And now we have a weekend vacation, and it cost us each maybe $200 to do it. And I'm like, man, I could, I ordered DoorDash and that'd be $50, So it's just finding where you want to spend that priority of time. Patch of Duskwing Fur. Riku also. Oh, and I also have a new talent. We need this one to go up. Yes. And then we come back and we finish that off and go back down. Okay. But, you know, like... And I hope people understand that, too, of, like... This is never me criticizing. This is me understanding, knowing I've been where you've been. I remember pulling out quarters from couches to eat Taco Bell. That was the only way I could eat or do ramen. And I learned a ton of ways to cook, you know, like 8 different ways to cook ramen. And you just need ramen and eggs and potatoes to do it, right? Duskwing Fur? I don't like that I shot a flare up into the sky. Oh. But yeah, that's... Yeah. That's the whole thing, though. It's just like, I want people to succeed, and I have found a way that works for me, and I want to share that with people that if they don't, maybe they haven't discovered that, how they can do that. So how do I... Launch a flare in the air, grab Duskwing's attention.
It's too far away.
It's too far. Yoo-hoo! Oh, Mr. Duskwing. There he is. Right here, you big fat bird. Bat? It's a bat. It's a bat. Duskwing. It's a bat. But yeah, so like, okay, so let's build out a scenario on this. We say you want to be a manga artist, right? Where do you know what area has the best industry for it? If you were to find the top manga artists, or places that are like, I don't know if they would call them a firm, or like buildings, businesses, whatever. The top places that hire manga artists. Where are the artists, my hobbitses? What place? Like, what location would that be? My guess would probably be California, in Silicon Valley. Just because you have Blizzard Entertainment, and like Riot Games, you have Magic the Gathering, you have a lot of those media type stuff that I feel like they would probably be there. I don't know. But where do you think they are? The Corpse Burner's Mantle. Doesn't really do much for me, but that's okay. Oh, these Coldbringer's leggings do, though. Oh, buddy. Stupid Ring of the Monkey. Oh, I also need to sell a bunch of stuff. That one's better. Yeah, man. Look into those, seriously. You Google it. Like, you know what? Okay. The manga industry in the US. Okay, so you have a couple, you have Crunchyroll, Sentai, Bandai, Good Smile Company, people say outside of the US, you have Korea is one of the biggest, Japan, basically any Asian market, right? Not North Korea. Manga artist jobs in the US How about that? In basic LinkedIn, I'm actually seeing a lot of New York, like Brooklyn, Manhattan, Photoshop artists, digital. So there's a lot of digital design stuff, of course. Okay, how about this? Manga art teachers in Woodbury, New York, $25 to $35 an hour. Digital art teacher, okay, art teacher, software engineer, video game design, closer. Video game design's better. That's 6 figures. Professors of media arts and animation in Los Angeles. Like, there are so many. Like, it's just looking to find where those guys hang out, where they're living, to do those jobs. So find your favorite artists and see where they're at. And then go to those locations. Go visit it. Just take a trip. Go see it out. It's an investment. I'm not one to put things on credit cards. Like, I think that's really foolish. But at the same time, too, I also think that if you don't have the money, I understand that. This would be something to put on a credit card because you are investing in yourself. Because this is future, right? I don't know if you remember me talking about coffee. What I do is I hit up my friends, Speaking of. And I hit up my friends and be like, hey, man, how you doing? How's the dogs? How's the kids? We're not even touring in the same camp. These are just people I've met on the road. Okay. Fuck it. Okay, so we did some shows with Morgan Wallen, right? And while being out on Morgan Wallen, we got to meet all of his crew. And getting to meet his crew, I actually knew one of the guys already. Actually, 2 of the guys out there. And so I just networked with them and said, hey, man, how you guys doing? Like, it's been a while. One of them I was on Avenged Sevenfold with. And so I was like, oh my God, Hot Carl, how you doing? Literally hit like Hot Carl. That's his nickname out there, is Hot Carl. I was like, dude, how you doing, man? Like, how's it been? How's it going? We called up a buddy. We called up our friend LJ, like, while we were sitting at lunch. Like, the whole thing was about networking, because me spending $7 on a cup of coffee for somebody could net me thousands of dollars because they remember me. And when a job comes up, that's my description, they go, that dude's solid. I'm gonna recommend him. So the whole idea is, while that is the music industry and not all industries work the same, there are enough of them that still work similarly, where you can say, where are the people that inspire me? Where are they living to do their work? What kind of work are they doing? And how did they get there? So then you have to start asking the questions, okay, I need to go there and see why they're there and see if I love the place. And then you start going there and you network with the people around there, and you're going to do basic jobs. Like the studio guy. There's the guy who runs and gets coffee all the time. There's the guy who wraps the cable. You got to do some of that shit for a little bit. Because what they're trying to determine is a couple things. They're trying to determine if you have good work ethic, and to see if you're entitled or not. If you act entitled, then they're not going to give you a job. We have plenty of people that go to Belmont here in Nashville, where, they come out with these audio engineering degrees and they think they're going to come into working for Morgan Wallen, making 6 figures at least, out of the bat. They're like, well, I went to Belmont. It's like, we don't care. Shit. Half of us, like, we started with wrapping cables and we learned the hard way. That's how you're going to learn. You got to work your way up. And it's not necessarily a hierarchy thing. It's more of a, It's more of paying your dues and making sure that you're a good person, you're a good hang, that you know what you're doing, and that you're generally pleasant to work around, honestly. Do we go? We'll go this way. You know, but outside of music, as for manga, I don't really know how a manga artist would, how they got into it, right? Probably they did some sort of graphic design work or video game design work as well on the side while they were working on their passion, so that they were still taking skills that are necessary for the job that they want and are using them in a way to still provide. So that way you're not working backwards. I would say it's more like a scale, in the sense of you either use your skills that work you forwards to your goal, or you don't use your skills and you learn some other things that work you backwards away from the way you want to go. Which means it's not necessarily bad. You could be going somewhere else that you really like. Hey guys, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. But like, yeah, that's kind of the deal for that. And yeah, for you guys in chat, like, any of you guys, anybody here, like, hop into the comments. Thank you for coming in. Like, if you have dreams of something that you want to be and do, and don't worry, we're queuing right now as well. If there's things that you want to do and be, then put that in the comments. Let's see how we can make it happen. Jacqueline, I'm Nashville. Yeah, I'm Nashville based. I moved here in 2015. 10 years. Literally. It's January 28th. Yeah. I've been here a decade now. And I love it. Like, I love it. It's God, I feel old for being out of college for 10 years. Jesus. Jacqueline, I am doing great. We're talking here with Felix. He's a great buddy here who comes and hangs out. Also plays WoW. We joined in before earlier, him playing on his Fire Mage. We're talking about just dreams and goals and like what we want to do in life and where we want to be. I like helping people and, you know, help people get to those goals that maybe, you know, like they have the drive, but they just don't know how to get there, that I can help like problem solve with them, you know? So it's like this. I will help people get on tours. If you want to tour in the music industry, like if you want to tour in the music industry, I will get you a job. But there are conditionals, and the condition is first I have to see that you really want to do it, which means you got to move to Nashville. Once you've moved to Nashville, you hit me up and say, hey, I did it. That showed me that you could do that on your own, that I go, but yeah, no worries, Jacqueline. It's just one of the things that we were chatting about, you know, like how we enjoy and how, like, just, I want people to thrive in whatever they want to do. You know, whether that's gaming, if they want to be a professional streamer, if they want to, whatever they want to do, I want to help you guys to those goals. I by no means am a professional streamer. Like I do this for fun. It's entertainment. It's community. That's the big thing for me. It's community. And if I make a little on the side, great.
See you around.
You know? Oh, no. Oh, I can go this way. There'll be somebody to sell to there. I hope I don't get queued for a dungeon yet. Oh, no. I'm going to. I can feel it. And I'm going the wrong way. I'm literally going the wrong way. Oh. Yeah, what about you, Jacqueline? What do you do? What do you do for fun? But yeah, Felix, so find the location of where these guys are at. I think that's a good start. And you start from there, you know, we'll go on to our next step after that about how we can get you there you know, that you can go explore and try it out. Because honestly, as jobs, regular jobs, you can work anywhere, right? It is different. Like, I understand it's different when you have a family, as far as like if you're married or have kids, for sure, right? But actually, I'm trying to remember what. Oh, my delivery, hell yeah. My mom actually is an artist. She draws and paints. She does a lot of Western art. And I was able to go and see them for Christmas, and she made me and my friend a really cool, like, paired painting. So I couldn't carry it with me on the suitcase. I didn't want it to get damaged, so she shipped it out. So it's now coming in today. Very excited for that. Hello. Okay, who's the shield crafter?
Hey there.
Hey there. We're just gonna sell any of the holy discipline stuff, because while it's great, I don't really need it anymore. Okay, we're gonna take those ones. The puffer fish, maybe that one could be.
Farewell.
Wait, where'd you go? I didn't say I was done selling. She trying to rip me off. Holy 60 gold. Okay, hell yeah. I'm happy with that.
Safe travel.
That means I could actually go get... Yeah, dude, absolutely. 1 hour. If that means you have to get up an hour earlier, you know? Like, I'm up at 5:30. Like, I don't need to be. I don't have to be. Like, shit, I don't... Besides D&D at 7 o'clock tonight, I don't have anything to do, but I still get up so I can do this, so I can go work out a little bit. I'm getting flabby. So I can do an hour of drumming, and so I still have time for friends or anything else that comes up. You know, and I get it. Like, I'm kind of the same way in shift-wise. Like, we usually start at 11, so show day. 11 o'clock start. Usually done by 1 or 2 that everything is set up. Then I go and eat lunch. So that's 2:30. And then I'm done until showtime, which is usually about 7. So I got some space to kill, but you're still out on the road. There's nothing else that you have, right? So you're still technically working. You're still available if something happens. So I'll still put my mind to things and I hang out with the guys or whatever, but I usually end up working on some things that maybe I can tidy up my stuff a little bit more. Maybe I can learn something. And then we do showtime from like 6, 7, whatever, and then we load out. So by the time it's over, in regular festival season, we're doing about 10 hours of work. When we're doing arena season, we're doing about 14 to 16 hours of work, depending. And so, like, I understand the really long days and how you can take those moments of time while you're working there to really, like, continue furthering your goal. And then on top of that, what was the other thing? And then on top of that, the basics of just like how to schedule your life so you can still do those things. Like our band guys, like they start out, they get up in the morning, they do their thing, they have their rehearsals, whatever. Those guys they spend a couple of hours working out or do something else to push forward, and then they do their show just like us. We do our stuff, we get done, and then we go, right? But all of us on the road have families. So mine's more like an adopted family more than anything. It's my friend and her 5 kids. So, like, like, I'm not necessarily responsible for them like other people are that have kids and all that stuff, but I still choose to be, like, I want to be, you know? And so because of that, I try to help out around the house, try to help out in other ways that I can, and try to take pressure off of her. So I schedule my days around that. So, like today, I hit her up this morning. I'm up at 5:30. You know, kids are getting ready for school. I'm able to do this. And then, you know, if I need to and she needs something, then I'm available for her to for that, right? What? Oh, I thought, for some reason, I thought that was a Demon Hunter. I got really excited. I also like the Demon Hunter class. Legions was cool for what I played. Yeah, sorry, I know, I start rambling. Oh, it's this one again. But yeah, all the basics of it of, let's figure it out for you, man. Of course. You stay in touch with it, you let me know, like, how I can help. That's all, right? We gonna make sure you make it. That's the deal. We gonna make sure that you do what you love. Oh, hell yeah. Good. The other thing that I'd say is, I heard this really great saying. I don't know if I fully agreed with it, but there was a lot of it that I understood, which was, it was about these writers that were, you know, that were writing books, and they had like a famous writer come in, and that guy was like, listen, you shouldn't be worrying about how much you're selling your book right now. You should be worrying about writing 3, 4, 5 books, and then start worrying about how much you're selling them for, because you need to continue producing them to get the feel of what your schedule would be like. How long does it take you to write? How is your writing flow? In the same way with drawing, what's your drawing process? How long does it take you to do something? What is your, you know, feng shui to it, to how you do things? And then what you do from there is then you can worry about the price. And I would say that you start selling some of your stuff. Yeah, what's that? I get it. I get it. This is why I haven't played, like, I'm 33 years old, and when it comes to playing World of Warcraft, this has been around for a while, and this is my first time actually, like, sticking with it. I get that. You might also be like me, where, like, you need to have that, oh, whoa, what happened with the camera? That was weird. What's it called? Like a stimuli while you're working. Like for me, I listen to music a lot. You'll actually notice in my streams that if I'm not just chatting with people, I'm usually listening to music, because me just playing without music, I actually get bored. Not because the game's boring, but I'm just not stimulated enough to continue on, right? So, if that's the case, we just find like what helps stimulate you while you're drawing. Oh, is that guy gonna die before I can steal his mana? I want my mana. Come back here. Damn it. I missed it. Oh, did he? No. I wanted my mana. But yeah, and then the other thing is take your manga, take all your drawings and stuff, and do start selling some of the stuff. Like, start doing some custom, like put, what is it? I'm trying to remember, it's ArtStation? Put your stuff on ArtStation, and you're gonna find some people who love your stuff, in which case you can be like, yo, I'll draw you something for 10 bucks, 20 bucks. You start super cheap, just so you start getting the feeling of how to charge people and what your value is in your art, right? What happens is you get a lot of people who go, man, I'm not good enough. I don't know if I feel right charging people. I don't, you know, and then they never do it, and it never goes anywhere because they didn't take that first initial step to just do it. Did I get it? Got the mana. Okay. You know. So even if it's cheap, like, hell, if you like D&D, there's a lot of us. Like, I am one person, like, I am one of those people who have bought art for a character for a campaign. Actually, do I still have it? I should. I don't need that. I'm trying to remember. It's not showing up on my computer right now. But I know I still have the email somewhere with it. Yeah. It was last year. Last year, 2 years ago, I started a campaign of that. And loved it. Like, the guy was from another country, so there was a little bit of a language barrier, but we figured it out, and it was awesome. It was actually really cool. I did a Phantom Rogue. So they do, like, these sort of psychic sneak attack screams. And it's a Curse of Strahd campaign, so it was really spooky. And I was like, cool. One of the things that I wanted was my character was sort of like this undead guy, right? He's a Phantom Rogue. So I was like, oh, hey, Chris, what's going on, mate? Actually, we're speaking about some D&D stuff right now. We're talking about, like, D&D art. Felix here is a manga artist who's, like, working towards that kind of stuff. And I was just talking about, like, some of the D&D art that I had commissioned for me for a campaign for Curse of Strahd. And it was cool because he was, to make him look more of like that undead or reborn, he was a reborn. So that reborn type character had his, like, jaw, where it was like, he would always wear a mask because you couldn't see his face. And when he pulled it down to do his, like, that psychic scream sneak attack, then, thanks for the follow, you guys. Much appreciated. But that psychic scream, he would pull his mask down, and you would also see, like, all of, like, the, like, flesh and teeth, and it was a really cool experience. It was really cool. Let's see here. We have Superior. Hey, nice stream there. Appreciate it, man. Pro GM, 11 games per week. Chris, holy crap, man. Holy crap. Are you doing this in shop, or are you doing primarily online? Do you do this in person more? What's your niche? I was typically running about, like, I do about 3, because I'm a weekend warrior for my work, so I travel. But 2 groups move. Yeah, man. Dude, that's... So if that's, like, at least 2 games per day, you are, like, in it, full time.
You shall pay for this treachery.
That is, like, how do you have time for anything else? Honestly. Oh, did I get... Oh, deep sleep.
Arise,
The High
my
Inquisitor. Oh, that's right. He brings him back. Yeah, it's crazy. And also, Chris, at some point, I'm trying to remember. Let's see here. It's at 9 o'clock, or sorry, at 8 o'clock. Ooh, I need that amulet. Hey, no worries, Felix. Get some good rest. Take it easy, Felix, and I'll see you on your next one. We'll level you up some more too, right? We'll agreed, sure. Let's see here. Travel to their house and run in their own time. See Pro GM. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it. I play online primarily. We're starting up like I'm helping out a girls group this what is it? In February. They wanted to start up a group for girls and we're having a hard time finding a DM, so I was like, I got you. And so they said, great. They saw my services and I think we got everything turned in. That's that. Leave instance group. And yeah. Hey, you too, Felix. But yeah, so we're doing that. My current campaign, we're running Rime of the Frost Maiden. We're doing that tonight. Here, when they do the maintenance, when are they doing maintenance? Tuesday morning downtime. When is that? BattleNet, see if they'll... Okay, so it's 7 a.m., so that's 9 o'clock my time. So in half an hour, they're dropping Cataclysm down for an hour. In which case, what I'll be doing is doing my prep because we have campaign tonight. So in half an hour, we're going to do some Rime of the Frost Maiden prep work. Hell yeah, that's fun. That's awesome. I love that. So if we have a half hour, we probably don't have time for another dungeon. I am going to turn around to go get this quest, though. Oh, whoops. But yeah, so, yeah, I had set up to also do a Dragonlance campaign. But we had some kind of fickleness going on that I was just like, you know, with my schedule currently, I didn't want to add more stress to it. So we're just doing the one campaign for now with one shots and fill in things, which is great. I enjoy it. Have you been doing, like, do you run your own website for it, or are you doing like start playing games, or how have you been doing for that? I first started just running my own thing, and then I did start playing games recently to do like one-shots, which is cool, but I've kind of mixed into hybrid, which has worked well. Just a little touched? I am. This is true. Thanks. Okay, so what we have? Plague Swine and the receipt book. Plague Swine. Here it is. Yeah, I actually started running, like, I initially started running it through COVID. I'd done it before then, but I wasn't really all as much serious about it until then. COVID came out and everybody was kind of locked away. I was like, man, like, that sucks. Let's get people together. And, so I ran Out of the Abyss for the second time, and that was awesome. I love that module so much. I love Out of the Abyss. I did Descent into Avernus. It's alright. Rime of the Frost Maiden so far is fun, but there's just something about Out of the Abyss that just does it for me. That I just like so much more. we'll be doing another... You guys really liked that DM Problems Part 3 from yesterday. So we'll do Part 4 today as well. Make sure I get that scheduled in. I honestly should be doing more, like, upkeep work on stream stuff today as well. So I'll probably be doing that during that time once we're all prepped with D&D. But I'm also convinced. You just posted for 3? Yeah. So I actually have a list of it. So I actually wrote a book. Hold on a sec. Let's see if I can actually remember the title of it right now. It's up on Amazon. I did like a cheap, it's like a $7 book. But the whole thing is, it's like the top 10 problems that DMs face and how to overcome them. Just because I saw that with a lot of people was that they were having this...
Enough mana.
You know what? This guy's kind of annoying. I'm just gonna go here for a second. Yeah. I just saw people having trouble in their parties, and I was hearing these stories, and I was like, really? This is surprising. Like, I was surprised at how many people didn't know how to handle some of these problems. It wasn't to diss them. It was just more of these are common problems that we experience, and there's not a lot of information out there to help DMs. Like, the DM's guide does not help in that situation. The new DM's guide, the 2024 version, sort of gets there. I also think it also hinders people too, just because it gives a lot of outs and excuses for player behavior rather than, like, you're in the game, there's going to be in-game consequences. That's what I saw. It was like people were like, I don't like dying. Well, nobody likes dying in game. That's like playing World of Warcraft hardcore. Your character dies. Sometimes that happens, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I liked some of the ideas. What I'd say is this. There's like lines and veils and all these extra tools and things that I think to some degree are really healthy for people to just touch on in their campaigns. You know, like it's to say, hey, like everybody has limits on certain things. Let's just make sure we're respecting the table, right? But then you, of course, have people that take it too far, and then they're going to exploit the hell out of it and say, here's all my problems, don't do this, don't do that, don't blah, 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 blah. And you're like, you're not the DM. No offense, you're not the DM. So, you know, if you don't like the campaign, that's fine. Like, you don't have to be here. That's your choice to be here. And, like, I want to help my players out, and I totally get that, but I also am not going to coddle them. Like, they're adults. Act like adults. I will, if you have issues, God, do people have issues, and that's okay. We go through shit. I want to be there to help people through that, but there's some stuff where it's like, okay, that's fine, but you also have other players here, so you're gonna have to sometimes deal with the uncomfortable. Ooh, that's lucky. What is it? So yeah, so with all this drama that's been going on for Wizards of the Coast and Hasbro and all that, where do you sit with this? How's your feelings on this stuff? I know some people are like, I'm done. I'm never touching Hasbro again. I'm never touching Wizards of the Coast. I know some people are like, I don't care. And I know people in between. Yep. That's it. I'm like, listen, like not every table is for every player, and they need to understand that. Not every table is for every player, and that's okay. Go find the table that works for you. But I lay it out pretty clearly as a DM. I say, hey, there's going to be some gore. There's, you know, it's not, I don't get gruesome, But, you know, there's blood and other things that's, you know, I run 18 plus campaigns so people can chill out and have fun and have a drink with their friends. You know, the only condition is you just don't show up to the table drunk. Sometimes we've had people who get a little tipsy, and I just give them a reminder, and they're good. And that's fine. It works out great. But then you have other stuff is, you know, you're just like, man, this is not the group you're looking for. And it's not to be rude. I didn't like the way he said that. Somebody needs to buy it from them and get it back to the fund. Yes. Yeah. Agreed. Yeah. Man, what they did with Gary, like, I understand if people don't agree with what he said or maybe his positions that he's taken on things. I think it's an overreaction. That's my own personal opinion. But at the same time, too, if people take it more offensively, okay, that's fine, but there's no reason to do him dirty like that. People, like, the guy created the game. He deserves the basic respect of it, you know? Where is this cursed book? Get Augustus from the inn. At the inn. Is this it? But yeah, that's the other thing. I was really sad when they bought D&D Beyond. Like, I love D&D Beyond. I was really sad when they sold it because I thought they were doing a great thing. And then Wizard came in and they bought it out, and then they turned it, you know, they got rid of the a la carte. They got rid of all sorts of stuff. Then they changed everybody's sheets, and they basically said, we're going to do with it what we want, and you guys are going to like it and be thankful for what we do. And we're like, no. But that's how it was here. Played under, very twice missed, Nat 1 con he was at. I mean, happens, you know? Like, it happens. I just, yeah. This book's gonna be around here somewhere. So I actually had an issue with it, with Magic the Gathering. So when I was... Gary twice missed that? Yeah. Yeah, like, it's one of those things that sometimes people say shit and I think they get misunderstood for what they mean. And then there's other times that they say it and you're like, that's not quite right, dude. I don't think it's something to remove somebody from, like, the guy's the creator of D&D. You don't need to remove people for that shit. It's dumb. That's dumb. We can still recognize people's accomplishments while also recognizing their, you know, when they miss. None of us are perfect, but we pretend like somehow they have to be, which I think is stupid. I'm not finding this book, so we're gonna keep on keeping on. But like, yeah, like Wizards of the Coast. So I was getting these secret layer boxes, and I was selling them. It was great. He's your overgod. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, so I was selling these cards, which I had all the legalities to it, and they sent Pinkertons to my house. Like, literally, I get a knock on my door, and people are like, "Are you so and so?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You selling these cards?" I was like, "Yeah." "Who are you and why?" They're like, "Well, we're from Technicolor." Like, okay. I have a phone number. You could give me a call. You don't just show up at my door. And they were like, well, you can't sell these. I was like, actually, I can. They're like, no, these things were, like, you can't. And I said, yes, I bought these cards. I can sell these cards. Like, that's the deal. I bought them. I have the receipts. They are mine. I can sell them. Well, the guy that sold them to you wasn't supposed to sell them. That's not my problem. And although I understand, what I also knew was this. The guy that got them legitimately. So what happens is, Magic of the Gathering, they'll have a bunch of cards. They'll have a set. Yeah. Oh, 100%. And so what happened is they... so I was like, okay, well, so what's the deal with this guy? They're like, well, he got these things and sold them. He wasn't supposed to. I was like, well, actually, he got them because you put them as marked as... basically, when they are liquidating items, they will turn them to either dispose, or it's like dispose or destroy. I might have the terms wrong, but there's two different ones. One of them means you get rid of them, which means you could give them away and it's fine. They just need them out of purposes and they write it off on their taxes, right? And then you have the other one, which is destroy, which means these products have to be destroyed specifically to get the write-off. Their own people at Technicolor marked it as the wrong shit for these pallets. For thousands of pallets of cards that they wanted to destroy, they put it as dispose. So they went on a truck, which went to another truck, which went to another truck, which went to a guy who said, cool, I'll buy them, who bought them, who then sold them to me, and I said, cool, I'll sell them, and Technicolor said, we're going to come confiscate them. And I'm like, no, you won't. I have the receipts, and if you want to come in my house, you better get here with a cop and a search warrant. I actually even let them inside my house, which I realized was the mistake. Like, they were like, can we come in? And I was like, sure. Now, mind you, when they came in, my ex-fiance at the time, well, she was my fiance at the time, but my ex-fiance comes out and she was packing, and my German Shepherd was at my feet, and so they were looking at me going, I was like, you guys were the ones that wanted inside. What do you want? They're like, well, can we take a look around? I said, hell no. No, you cannot. Well, do you have these cards? I said, I have my specific cards, which are these ones here that are the Ninja deck. These aren't your Secret Lair kitties. I already sold those. Well, you need to get them back. Nope. It's a fair sell. I even called the card shops up that bought them from me. I was like, hey, so just so you know, these guys came by my house. They're probably going to come to you guys too. They said, nope, we already bought them. They were paid for. And I said, I know. Just letting you know, heads up. They're probably coming your way because they did the same thing to me too. Wizards of the Coast is dirty the way that they play that. That Pinkerton shit is bad. Now, I get it. There's also the other company that's Technicolor that has their stuff with it, and it also could go to Hasbro. So you could be dealing with one of these three. So I won't say it's necessarily Wizards, but I will say that they're in partner with people that they've done some dirty shit. So just saying, like, for me, like, I stopped playing Magic. I stopped doing all that. I lost a $50,000 sale of Magic cards because of those assholes. So because of that, like, I don't do business. I don't touch Magic the Gathering anymore because of that. I'm so sorry. So I cooked some eggs this morning. A friend of mine, she makes the joke that I make powdered eggs because my eggs, like, I actually scramble them, so they end up a little bit more chopped up than other. Server shut down in 10 minutes. I think we'll call this here. We're gonna Hearthstone on this. We're just gonna call on World of Warcraft for right now. But she was like, you make powdered eggs. Well, I was like, hey, well, today's was more like a pancake. I made a egg sandwich, and she was like, "Oh, so like the McDonald's egg, where it's but not squared." I was like, "Okay, thanks." Hold on a sec. Sorry. I'm a balloon. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Yep. Oh, the beans. I was drooling. Pancake eggs are just crepes. Yeah, so literally, well, like what I did is I cracked 3 eggs into the pan and like scrambled the yolk, and then I just let it sit, and then it cooked up in the actual size of the pan, so I ended up in like this round thing, and I just flipped it, and then it turned sort of into this like pancake, and it folded over, and I made an egg sandwich. So you take 2 pieces of bread, put your egg in it, and it's a good like on the go kind of breakfast. And you don't have to sit down at a plate and deal with all, like, you can just like walk around with it. So that's what I was doing this morning. And here I am spilling my coffee. Oh man. So let me pull this up to I can add, we're gonna add a source. We're gonna add a display capture, add source, and that's the one. Sorry guys, I am doing this kind of on the fly, so we're gonna I want this to transform to fit to screen. Boop. So we'll go there. And this one will also just drop this back. There we go. All right, you guys should have good vision and stuff now. We'll switch over to some D&D while they're doing their thing. Only interesting thing is about changing titles. So we're going to change this to Dungeons and Dragons. And then it may take a moment to update, and then we'll do Rime of the Frost. Okay, we'll do Frost, Maiden, Session Prep, 9. And then we'll come over to Twitch, do the same thing. To this Twitch. Can I actually go into my creator dashboard? Thank you. Stream manager. And then Frost Maiden. And it's Frost Maiden. What was I saying? Campaign. Prep. Session 8. Yep. Copy. Paste that. And D&D. Nope, that did that wrong. Dungeons and Dragons. I just realized that Streamlabs is not updating my things correctly. That's awesome. Boop. And sure, we'll put those in there. Done. Beautiful. Okay, all that stuff's updated. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Chris, you were saying, can't tell you how many times I've walked with a cart of D&D stuff and breakfast sandwich. Yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. That is exactly correct. So let's actually pull this up. We're going to pull open a new tab here. So right here. And we're going to go to some D&D Beyond. Some Roll20. Let's start playing. Oh, it's all right. Green screen. My bad. Sorry, guys. My chair rolls over shit a lot, so. Oh my gosh, am I gonna have to do all my logins? Hold on. Sometimes it's like changing my IP address on things. Unexpected occur. Yep, continue with email. Zuck Green. At gmail.com. Yep. Send code. Sending code and XQZ. An error occurred. There we go. So there's that one. Oh my gosh. Almost there. If it will actually delete and do what I want it to do. The login. Sign in with the Twitch. Yep. Give me that login. There we go. And that should be all three of them. Authorize. Thank you. Beautiful. Okay. Logged in. We are on our gate. Our jump gate. The launch. Yep. Upcoming session. That's good to go. Calendar. Go to our listing and make sure that this guy is add session for today. Cool. So that just essentially, if you haven't used this, it's a great way to set up for if you're, hey, no worries, mate. If you have to run, you got to run. No worries. If you are wanting to become a paid DM, is that secured? That okay. Sorry. Okay. Start playing games. It's a great one. It is a great one for people who want to get paid to run Dungeons and Dragons games. It's phenomenal. But it does take a little bit of time. Solar Boar. Sorry, that stuff is not allowed on the chat. So that will, that's going to get deleted, mate. If you don't mind us connecting on Discord. That one's kind of looking like spam too. But the whole point is doing some D&D prep. If you want to be an online DM or in person, there's a couple ways you can do it. I like to run D&D Beyond regardless, and then Roll20 works well in and out. I actually just got turned on to Owlbear, which is a much more simplified version of of this, of Roll20. This has more power to it, and you can do more things and more effects, and the API and all that stuff's great. But if you want super, super simple, Owlbear is a great one to do. There are other ones which are okay, but me personally, I just got the best help from Roll20, which is why I stuck with them. But yeah. Let's see. Oh. So these guys are in the tunnel. They've dealt with that one, so they're going to finish them, and they're going to come down and go over here. Looking at we got our Duergars in these. I think I'm going to add a few more Duergar, honestly. Just because I don't think it's enough of a fight for them. I think they need more. So let's look into our creatures. We're going to go Duergar. We'll add a second one over here. So 2 in here, 1 in here, and then 1 down here. And I think that's going to really help, just because how they are dealing with it. It's they end up moving pretty slow, honestly. They move pretty slow. But that's okay. It's really not that bad. It just means that when we do the encounters, we need them to be a little bit more fulfilling, because we know it's going to take them a while to get into the next thing. And if they're spending the entire time and not having more combat or to it, you know, like we're trying to keep them in good pacing here. We are having to deal with, I talked about this in TikTok, right? The Dungeon Master Problems part 2 and part 3 of having a player that's not okay with intimidation, with like torture tactics, and then others, and then also just have the growing pains. We're dealing with both of those in this. So with that, these guys are going to adjust a little bit, and then we're gonna get, essentially what I'm gonna do is I'm going to let it go. We're not gonna talk about it anymore. We're just gonna move forward, and then if it happens again, then we'll start working on our solutions to it. But I think the basics of it is, it's not that we're just ignoring it. It's been discussed, and then we see if this is something that is truly a problem, or if it's something that's like, hey, no, this isn't going to be an issue for players, doesn't need to be made a big deal, that's going to just cause more stress for the party and it's less fun. So they'll come through here, go to this, and then come through to this guy. So we have that set. This map is good. Honestly, for prep-wise, I think we're pretty damn good, because we also have Caer Dineval and the Keep to do. We won't go through all 3 of these maps in a session. We won't. So, this is a good start. This is a good start. On the D&D side, that's pretty quick. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over and do a regular TikTok live, hanging out, while I'm working on doing like picking up our VODs and all that stuff and getting all that, trying to get my streaming streamlined and organized. So I think that's how we'll handle it. So with that, you guys, I will see you guys here in a bit, and have a good one, right? You guys can catch me over on TikTok. For those of you guys that are on TikTok, please go over to my Twitch. Go to the purple app and type in @thegrim_gaming. It's a free follow. Really helps me out. Helps me get to affiliate. We are getting so close. I got 37. Okay, I'm 13 away from going affiliate, you guys. I appreciate all of you guys so much for coming in, for stopping in, for participating, and just allows us to create more community and do more things, which I'm excited about. So please follow me over there as well. Again, it's free, and it also can give you notifications when I'm going live and stuff like that if you're interested. You don't have to do that, but yeah, and then we'll hop on some more WoW as soon as it's back up in the next hour. And yeah, and we'll get our Death Knight. Sound good? All right, guys. Catch you.